Peace, love, and light, soul fam. It's your girl. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm bothered. Absolutely. So I've decided to share my story. What happened yesterday, right? For starters, my social worker felt threatened due to what I said in court. So I don't believe that this had anything to do with the judge. That was her. She was frightened. I saw it on her. She wondered, how did I know all that I know? How did I discover all that I discovered? I'm getting close to knowing that perhaps she has some type of interaction with my newborn's father. Now, is it sexual? I kind of thought that I sniffed his energy on her when she was around me. Let's get deeper. In addition to that, she has been stealing Atalki, however you want to call your name. I don't know your name, girl, child. I don't know how long I've been dealing with you. I still don't know your name. She's been stealing money from many families, not just my own. Each family who are a part of the system, they have a savings. She has been stealing the savings from these mothers and children. For myself, I don't give a damn. Because I never asked for much from them to begin with. So, she saw that I was getting closer. I sniffed her fear on her. She wondered, how did I know all that I know? How did I dig up those facts to prove that those are not my parents? She was scared. So she filed a report. That same night, the court is probably lasted for about 30 minutes. Ended about like 1 p.m. They waited until 12:30 to come to my home. I said, shit, I'm not even about to get out the bed. First of all, I expected them. I expected them. I knew that she was going to try to pull something because this is a tit for tat. I make a move, she make a move. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just can't get me. No matter how hard you try, you cannot get me. You cannot defeat me, fool. So, they waited until 12:30 to come knock on my door. I said, look, do y'all see the time? Right now, it's not the time you come and rest. It's too late. I did not sleep yet. I just laid down. I'm going to sleep. See me in the morning. I didn't say anything. I didn't even get up out the bed. I said, shit, you shitting me. So they came early in the morning. I looked at the time. It's too goddamn early. It's too early to begin the rest. It's too early to begin the rest. Y'all got to come in like in the afternoon. So they came in the afternoon. I didn't hear him at first because I had my headphones on. So then I opened the door. I allowed him in. Well, actually, Arthur Scott confirmed something that I always wondered. I wonder if he has a key to my gate outside of my door. He confirmed that when he opened the door, when he opened the gate yesterday. Then he tried to open the door with the key that they have. This is my stepfather, the one who sexually abused me, right? So he had a key. And he tried to open the door, so they knew I was inside. And it's like, oh shit, all right, y'all, I'm coming. So anywho, I put my clothes on and I grabbed my phone and I needed to record and I film everything. So I was recording. I opened the door and I had the phone, and he said, can you come to the office? I said, yeah, sure. I got my things. To the police station. I went to the police station, did an investigation. It was petty as fuck. They just when I even got to the prison, they why did they bring you here? Because the situation is so sensitive, they're just why did they even bring you here? It was that pathetic. So anyway, let me tell you how the divine spirit of life works. I looked online yesterday and I saw that, well, you know what? I'm not going to even speak about that. Okay, so I went to the investigation. Ended up sitting with the same person that I reported 2 of my previous crimes. Not crimes, but complaints. She did I filed 2 complaints about the break-in that occurred at my home, about what was happening within my family, and what was taking place within the Hebrew Israelite community. I just so happened to sit with her, the same person. So she already knew what was up. So she did the investigation. And, I waited there. And finally, I was taken to the prison. On the way, I knew that the divine spirit of life wanted me to help someone. I didn't know who, but I knew that it was a woman, and this woman has children. That's what I know. That's all I knew. I was promised everything's going to be okay, so I didn't worry. I didn't worry at all. I was chilling. I'm going home tomorrow. I already knew. I knew what was up. So anyway, I got to the prison, and I sat, before you enter, you have to sit with the social worker. So I sat with the social worker. I told her my story, and she's like, why did they bring you here? Are you kidding me? Literally. Everyone was like, what? It was that pathetic. So, after I sat with the social worker, I went back out and I sat down. This is when it get very interesting, because this was a spiritual journey, y'all. It was a spiritual journey because I recently discovered a lot about my inner self, in that I am not just a typical human. I am, in fact, a beast, and I feed off energy. I then began to understand that I've procreated and created some of these beasts who are also hybrids now. You all, most of you. I started you all generation. Thank me later. So, my newborn's father, which is the wicked half brother, and that I did not know that he was my half brother. It was like this entire situation was plotted, you all, mind you. The inheritance was left for me. Our father left the inheritance for me. He tried to take the inheritance from me. I am here in Israel under false identity. The birth certificate of which I have is false documents. So who is this person on this birth certificate? And who is living up under my name, my identity? As I mentioned, my biological father is a Freemasonry. He's a master Mason. Grand Trine. My biological mother is an occultist. Grand Trine. So all of this was plotted, right? So anywho, in the beginning, he created hybrids that will serve him because he was jealous of how what I've created, my children, he was jealous of how much they loved me. So he decided to make hybrids. That's how the other blood types were invented. Each and every last one of you, your blood type tell you which planet you're from. So I was thinking how when I reincarnated into my life cycles, I forgot about the blood type. So I procreated and created more hybrids. That's how you all got here. Many of your generations, not all of you, but you know, a lot. Trust me, I'm responsible for a lot of you all. But anywho, not responsible, but I did do what I did. But shit. So when I got there, okay, I became awakened to the fact that I created more hybrids, right? And how people, it's like when I got there, I had the biggest epiphany. The divine wanted me to see my creations. Also see where I am going to be working in the future. I was guided there so that I know, so that I be awakened to the fact that these are my creation. These are people who are just like myself. People who have beasts, inner beasts, who were not taught how to tame their beast. They were not taught how to feed their inner beast. They were not taught none of these things. They just thought something was wrong with them. And so has society, when in reality it's unfair. It's unjust. They weren't given a fair chance. If they would have been taught about their inner beast and they chose to do what the fuck they did, that's a total different story. But for them to not know, it's not their fault. So these are people who did not know their inner beast. Did not know about their inner beast. Did not know the reason why their sexual urges are so intense. So I was guided there. And while I was there, I saw that. So wait, let me take you back. I was sitting, and then the woman, the young girl, she's 28 years old. She came in. The young woman, she's 28 years old. She walked in, and I just smiled at her. I said, "That's her." I always know who they are. I'm telling you, the experience was so beautiful. I'm still shocked that it didn't even happen. So anyway, when I was in a cell, I was waiting. It's like a waiting cell, and I was waiting. Then I got to the prison. I was waiting. And while I was waiting, I thought about my twin's father, Ben Brown. I thought about how he experienced the same thing that I experienced. And how it is not his fault that, he chose to do what he did. It was not his fault. We all know that Ben Carter placed a spell upon him, upon his life. He literally cursed him. In addition to him cursing him, Ben never knew how to tame his beast. But like myself, he was highly gifted. He was sharp. He just did not know. He was not taught these things. He didn't know about that demon inside. He didn't know about purging and healing. They didn't know about purging and healing. You have to purge, you have to heal, and then you are able to tame your beast. And I learned that only after. So I thought about him. I thought about his journey, heavy. Then I thought about how he's trying to reach out to me. 15 minutes later, they brought some prisoners to the next cellar, right? That was like right beside me. This guy whom I do not know, he spoke to me. He said, "Hey, do you know Ben Brown?" I said, "Get the fuck out." I said, "I was just sitting here thinking about him 15 minutes ago. We're not gonna speak about the conversation we had, okay? One moment. So I was taken to my cellar, on the first floor. And the young girl, she was already there. The young woman was already there. I don't know why I call her a young girl, but she was already there. She's a mother of 2 children. So she was already there. So when I walked in, I'm like, hey, I'm back, bitches. What's up? No, I'm joking, but I'm like, I walked in, I told her, I greeted her. I said, hi, my name is Lilith. And I asked her, I said, what is your name? She told me her name, her age. I said, oh, nice to meet you. She said, nice to meet you. She said, I asked her, I said, why are you here? I said, well, what is your reason for being, for getting arrested? She said, she told me her story. She was set up by her ex. It was a situation that I'm quite familiar with because I experienced the same thing. So I was able to help her. So after she finished telling me her story, she said, why are you here? I said, believe it or not, I'm here to help you. She just smiled. So I began to tell her about my spiritual journey, that I was on a spiritual journey, told her what happened. And I told her that, I'm there to help her. And she, ever since she got there, she was having this, a migraine. She was just having this intense migraine. And she I can't think, I can't eat, I can't do this. I said, okay, let me do your Reiki. Let me do your Reiki session. So I placed my hand over her head. I gave her Reiki. As I gave her this Reiki, as I did Reiki, so as I did that, I cast upon her a good luck streak. I told her, tomorrow you're going to be released. And I told her that I placed a cascade good luck streak upon her. And she thank you, and I gave her 3 sessions because to do Reiki, it takes a lot of energy, right? And I didn't get the amount of rest that I needed. So I had to stop every 15 minutes, and then start back. So anywho, I did her Reiki and it helped. It really did help. She was so happy. She was calm. So we talked about life. And I knew that I was to tell her everything that I learned. I knew where she was in her life and that it was time for her to end a karmic cycle. So I told her about the karmic cycle that she's repeating. First of all, she's a Ethiopian. Okay, she was an Ethiopian. And I was, first, their culture is spirituality. So she understood a lot about, what I was talking about. They just speak another language, but their religion is spirituality. It's spirituality, just another language. So she was able to relate to everything I was telling her. I was telling her about her intuition. It's while I was there, I made sure I told her everything everything that I learned that helped me along my way. Put the icing on the cake, follow your intuition. Here's where it get very interesting. Now, sometimes I receive downloads of information and stories about people. I don't know who the story relates to until I meet the person. So I received a download about the woman who was going through her husband's phone and, X, Y, and Z, right? So when she was telling me her story, she said, I saw his phone, how he was talking to another woman. And he was telling her how he loved her. He don't want, can't wait to be with her, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, oh, so you the one who erased those messages out the phone. And, you the one who snooped and he got caught red-handed. And she's like, yeah, how did you know that? I said, it's a long story. I just received, psychic downloads about stories and shit like that. And I just put the story to the person it relates to. I just know the person when I meet them. So anyway, I received information about it before I even met her. So I knew who she was. You know what I'm saying? I knew her story. I knew how to help her. Now she got set up by this guy. Same thing as myself. So anywho, the following morning, she was just so worried and anxious. Oh my God, she was so anxious. So we went, the following day, we went to court. We waited until like 3 p.m. And after we waited, she was called and to sign papers. And she's like, what are these papers? They said, you're being released. She said, what? I said, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. First of all, there was no way for her out of this situation. She was stuck. She was freaking stuck. I wanted to cry tears of joy for her. I was happy as if I got the good news. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was so fulfilling because I did my job. I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I went in. I was professional. I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like out. Got in, got out. So I got there. I helped her. You know, and after she signed the paper, she was so happy. And I'm just like, I was just so happy for her. You know, I'm just smiling. I just wanted to cry. I did. I just wanted to cry. Like, woo, you just don't know how happy I am, you know. So after like 30 minutes after is when they called for me. And they called me to the office or to the, you know, it's some office, you know, where they keep the, anyway. So I went in the office. And I signed papers, you know. He said, you were being released. I said, thank you. You know, I wasn't even shocked. I just said, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, thank you. Let me sign this. Okay, this is my bag. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I took my shit. I got the fuck out. Now, before we left, it's like I just kept thinking, how can I help her more? What can I do more for her? What can I do for her? So what I did, I left her my autograph. I told her, when you see me on television, you sell this autograph. It's going to be worth thousands, probably millions. But keep this autograph. I left her my Facebook name as well. So if she need anything, she can contact me. And let's backtrack. After she signed a paper, she said, you know, I will never in my life forget this. She said, thank you so much. I will never forget this. If you need anything, you know, you can reach out to me. You know, I'm here for you. And it's like, you know, thank you, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know, it's all good. It's all good, you know, and it's my pleasure. It's a pleasure, you know, like I told, you know, as I mentioned, I came here to help you. This had nothing to do with me. And the social worker, I don't know what the hell she thought she was doing. But anywho, chuckle. But anywho, I don't know what the hell she thought she was doing. But, you know, it's like I came here to help you, you know, and I did my job, you know, and I feel fulfilled. I feel happy. You reuniting with your children. That makes me happy. That brings me great joy. You understand? And it was just a beautiful experience. So while I was there, I had the epiphany that I'm going to start doing charity work in the future. Once I figured out how the system works, how I can get myself inside the prisons, I'm going to be doing charity work inside of prisons, helping prisoners learn more about their inner beast, helping them learn more about purging and healing. You know? So it's like that's added to my charity. That's another form of charity that I'll be doing as well. In addition to helping women and children. It's a lot of charity work that I plan on doing in the future. But yeah, you know, and it was just a beautiful experience. That's all. It's just a beautiful experience. And after, it's like, I just like, man, whoo, child. It was just amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Oh, icing on the cake. Dig this shit. 2017 was the last time I was there, right? I was there for self-defense. I stabbed my children's father in the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So I was there. When I was there, it was disgusting. I shared some of my story, but I guess I'll share it again. Not now, another time. But it was disgusting. The walls, chocolate on the walls, shit smeared all over. It was just so disgusting, hideous. This time around, guys, I kid you not, walls painted, no fucking roaches, probably 2 fucking roaches. I'm like, oh my God. What? The mattresses, which I did not sleep on last time because they were not plastic, were plastic this time. They all had plastic mattresses. The walls were clean. The sailor was clean. It was about only 2 freaking roaches. I'm like, yo, bait my loan. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Bait my loan mean a hotel, a hostel. Anywho, yeah. So it was so amazing. Wow, it was so amazing. See, this is what I mean by alchemy. It's like I make the best out of every situation. I'm always eager to know, what is ahead, who I'm about to meet, what's next. I'm just always excited. And I was fucking excited. Like, I can't wait to meet this person I'm supposed to meet because I knew who I knew who the person was, like, intuitively. So I finally met her. And it was amazing. It was amazing. I was just so happy, so happy, so happy, so happy, so happy, so happy. This woman reunited with her babies. Her youngest is 6 months. Her oldest is 4 years old. Woo, I told her, I said, you got to get away from that guy. You have to get away from him. You have to. She said, I am. I said, okay now. And I don't want to see you back here. In fact, not see you back here because I ain't going to come back. My ass ain't going back there. But it's like, I don't want to hear that you're coming back here. You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, I'm not going to come back. But, people can be so evil and people can be so this. And she's such a sweetheart. So I understood where she was coming from. And I'm like, you're right. You do have people out here who are just wicked. But whenever you feel the urge to knock them out, think about your kids. Think about your children. You know what I'm saying? And she like, you right. She was like, you right. You right. I said, I'm telling you, because now, you cannot afford to lose them. Because they'll be, if she continue doing what she's doing, continue being arrested or continue being set up by this guy or even fucking with him, she knows the government gonna end up taking her children away from her. So she got to get a wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? She got to get a wake-up call. So, anywho, this is why I'm the GOAT. Because I make every situation. I'm the alchemist. So I alchemy the situation how I want it to turn out. I visualize what I want. I visualize myself leaving today. I visualize me helping her. I saw it all play out. Now here's where it gets even more deeper. The same night they came to get me about 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m., something like that, when I didn't answer, I went back to sleep. I went back to sleep, right? I had a dream. There were many people against me. They were saying this and they were saying that, right? This one person who were highly gifted, I don't know who she was. I still don't remember the dream. I don't remember it vividly. She placed her hand on me and she just received flashes. She said, I am so sorry. I did not know who you were. And she took a bow. As she took a bow, everyone else started bowing. I'm like, oh my God. If this isn't profound, the next day I was arrested. Now, if this isn't profound, like a few hours later, like 12 hours later, I was arrested. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so it was deep because when I went there, I had an epiphany of the story of Joseph. Joseph had a dream, right? He had a dream that the people were bowing before him. He was king. I had a dream. I was queen. People were bowing to me. And I know a lot of you all about to feel really irked when you hear this shit right here, okay? I can feel it already. Return back to sender 100 motherfucking fold. So anywho, I had that dream. And then it took me back to the dream about Job. And it's like, what's the odds? I had that dream last night. I got arrested today. I met someone who needed my help. And I was, and then I was released. But I know the interpretation of the dream. I will not speak about that now. But you all know what's up. Y'all know what's about to go down. You know what's about to go down. You can feel it. I know you can. So anywho, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Because I need to work on my piece. I'm about to clap back. I'm about to do a clap back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know who the hell they're dealing with. But anyway, I'm about to do a clap back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Clapping back all 20K19, 20K20. So anywho, peace, love, and light, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Life is beautiful. Yes. 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 So mo it be. So mo to be, and so it is.